New providers can be added and modified in either Practice Manager or Clinical. And when provider information is added or modified in one application, it will appear and be updated in the other. To ease the process and ensure that each provider is set up correctly, we recommend that you follow a certain sequence when adding new providers in the ChartMaker Medical Suite. First, the new provider should be created and then added to applicable practices in Practice Manager. Once the new provider is configured in Practice Manager, a new user account should be created for that provider in the Practice Manager administration tool. After the user account is created for the provider, you can then configure the user privileges for that provider in Clinical, and then you can update any additional provider information for that provider in Clinical. This video series will follow this approach when walking you through the various stages of provider entry. Also note that if you want this provider to be able to perform e-prescribing from the ChartMaker Medical Suite, the Health Portal enrollment form must be completed, being sure the e-prescribing option is selected via the STI website. Likewise, if the provider needs to perform electronic prescribing of controlled substances, additional setup is required within Clinical, as well as acquisition of an IdenTrust token and certificate, so that proper security that involves two-factor authentication protocol can be performed per DEA regulations. Therefore, if the provider wants to perform electronic prescribing of controlled substances, the Health Portal enrollment form, being sure to select the EPCS option, as well as the prescriber identity proofing and token purchase via the IdenTrust website, must be completed. This video series will walk you through adding a new provider that will be ready to be used in Practice Manager and Clinical for standard e-prescribing of non-controlled medications. For more information about electronic prescribing of controlled substances in the ChartMaker Medical Suite, see our e-prescribing page on our website, where you can find details about the registration process, as well as our video series about setting up providers for EPCS.